Welcome to Part 18 of Legend of Dragoon. We're still in the Marshlands, and after a gauntlet which we weren't able to save most of the knighthood due to the dragon poisoning them, we're gonna keep going. But for the time being, that chest had a very important item, which is Spirit Potion. That can be used for characters who have Dragoons, which by the end of the game will be all of them. That will increase your SP. But for the most part, remember I said in part 17, there's a Stardust in the chimney? Well, there's that Stardust. I didn't mark it because I didn't get it. Anyway. And then there's the other thing about Lavitz's weapon. If you didn't get it in Bale, it'll appear here. Otherwise, it would be a weapon for Rose. So, with that said, let me equip that, so Lavitz will have something strong to work with. And why didn't I sell that umbrella, or those bracelets, or that spear? Oh well, I'll sell them when I get over to a nearby town. Let's leave this place and head on to our next destination. We're still going to be traveling through the Marshlands though, people. No. Where we need to go is out this way. And we'll probably be running into some new enemies now, considering all the scripted events are over with. Or at least I hope these are new enemies. Let's see. Nope, they're just two mermen. Okay, stop attacking Dart! You bastards! Now, as I was about to say before the end of the part, Rose has a rapier, and her attacks can be very sensitive to the touch, much like Lavitz.
Double slash.
In fact, they can be... well, ooh, that's not good. Damn. In fact, sometimes you can miss these attacks, even though you're accurate. But unless I find a new enemy here, I'm going to cut them out. So, with that said, oh, I got a new addition. Not bad. And Dart's level 8. That works. With that said, I'll be right back. I'm back. I had to get me something to eat, but I'm changing Dart's editions. And I would have changed Lavitz's too, had Lavitz not finished his first edition. And I'm going to have to heal Dart because that one particular gauntlet took the life out of Dart, almost. Anyway, let's leave this area for good, and we can go to the other half of the Marshlands. That could basically lead to more plot. But in the meantime, random encounter. And what do we get? Sea Dragon, I think. Yep, Sea Dragon. Along with my Candido, or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's the Mushroom Man. There. The sea dragons go down easily. And so do these mushrooms, but be careful, they poison you, as I said earlier. It's my Condio, that's what it is. Never mind. Anyway, we finished this battle, and now we're gonna leave this place. Now, let me point something out here before I finish. Like in part 15, I said Shana would be making sandwiches later on in the game. Well, it's semi-true. She'll be making something, but not sandwiches. There's actually a cooking minigame, and oh, Lavitz leveled up. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, there is a literal cooking game where Shana will be literally fixing stew. So I wasn't lying when I said that she's going to spend majority of her time in some villages in the kitchen. Anyway, new encounter. Probably something we've already faced. Oh, it must have been because I cut it out. Anyway, let's go back through this. Let's go on to the pot. What I meant to say was, let's go on back through this area here. When we get to this area, there we go. And this is the plot, and she hurt herself. What's wrong, Shana? I'm fine. My foot was stuck in mud. That's all. See? And she jumped and hurt herself. How do you sprain your own ankle? Did you twist your ankle? It's nothing. You can't stand up, can you? Come on, I'll give you a piggyback ride. But it's embarrassing. Well, you're the one who broke your own ankle. What are you talking about? I used to give you piggyback rides when you were little. Remember? Uh-huh, thanks. Now, this moment here is going to pretty much solidify why I kind of don't like Shana. But she matures later on. Anyway, I'm such trouble, aren't I? I don't think so. I mean, Shana is just clingy to Dart. And it can get annoying sometimes. I guess I should have stayed in Hope's. Damn right you should have. You should have stayed in the kitchen, too. No, seriously. Are you serious? No, it's not so. I guess I had a bit of a weak moment. Well, up until Chapter 2 you will. You know what? I want to have more... No, I have more confidence now. I can fight to help everybody. I'm not a drag on others, but I still cannot fight like Rose. I don't think you can even touch Rose's level of fighting. Considering you can't use additions and all. Shana, you have something only you can do, right? You don't need to pretend to be strong. Besides, you can rely on me more, like in the old days. Yeah, it's slow. They showed up there for a second there. Dart, is Shana alright? I'm okay now. You know, she sprained her ankle on purpose, just so Dart could give her a piggyback ride. This is the kind of immature things that I kind of dislike about Shana. But like I said, she matures later on. The thing is, unlike her replacement, she actually has some redeeming qualities. Like she didn't show up at the spur of the moment. And more importantly, she doesn't have a bland backstory. At least she's with the people long enough to... Oh god, I already faced this thing. And we're done with it. Anyway, she doesn't have a bland backstory. And at least their audience was with her long enough to mess with her. Her replacement, on the other hand, has a bland backstory. And let's put it to you like this. That person is similar to Tidus, except we only experience with her near the end of the game and she doesn't really change. Meanwhile, Tidus, he does change for the better, starts showing some signs of leadership, but he's still fucking dumb as hell. I'm sorry, people, but that's my opinion of Tidus. I mean, I've already explained my points as to why I hate that guy. Oh, a new enemy! Crocodile! No, seriously, that's what they're called. And you wanna know what else? It's time to kick some ass! Yu-Gi-Oh! Damn right. And sorry I was interrupted. Anyway, now to show off Astral Drain, one of Rose's most deadly attacks. Well, it's not really her most deadly, but it's her most useful. Of that I'm certain. If this was a light creature, well, this thing would be giving out more HP. But since it's not, it's gonna, well, lose a lot of HP, considering how powerful Rose is. And with that said, not only does Rose lose her Dragoon, but health is restored to all the party members and is split in 3 ways, or in half. Oh, blast you! And that was the counter system that was referred to in part 2. But that's okay, the alligator is dead. Now then, let us continue on with plot, shall we? Or rather, get some more treasure. Because treasure is fun. Ooh, burnout! Maybe we'll be facing a water-type enemy? Let's move down. No, don't get off the boat! Move down. And if you're curious on how to get here, just follow along with the LP. Let's see what I got here. Ooh, body purifier. I could use that. Considering in the last battle, which, well, I wouldn't say the last battle, but the last major boss battle, the last 2 major boss battles ago, my team was, well, one of my team members was poisoned, Shana, and unfortunately I wasn't able to cure her. So, ooh, we got into an encounter again. And Shana leveled up. See what I mean by your party members really don't have to be active in order to level up? They may get less than the actual party members, but at least they're fair enough to let their party members gain some sort of experience. Wow! Magical Stone of Signet. I think that's an important item, and I think we better hold on to that. Yep. Another random encounter bites the dust. Editing for the win. But yeah, those crocodile that I let live, I really wasn't fully inversed about them. They basically attack head on. That's all they do. I don't know if those enemies there in the water will actually attack you. They never did me, so I wouldn't really worry about it. I mean, you can't really steer the boat into danger or anything. So with that said, off the boat we go, and on to plot. And, well, more like out of this place for good. Well, for now anyway. And once again, we're gonna run into the crocodiles. Now, without any interruptions this time, it's time to... I love this Dragoon. This is one of my favorite Dragoons. Now then, where was I? Oh yeah! Everybody gaining more life. Now see, the stronger Rose is, the more life she'll absorb from the enemy. So, if you don't have any other healer at this point in time, Rose would be your healer, so you'll be able to save up on items. But be sure to use spirit potions to get her back into her Dragoon form. Anyway, the crocodiles have a very limited amount of HP. But that doesn't really matter. And this is Volcano. What irony, we're actually going to a volcano. Oh, that's the other thing that Crocodile does. Skull casting. And, oh yeah, Lavitz was poisoned in the last battle that I cut. So it'd be in my best interest to remove the poison. But nonetheless, we are literally done with this. Ooh, a pellet. What does that do? Oh wait, it's a magic spell. Never mind. We are literally done with the Marshlands for now. Chances are we'll have to go back here. But in the meantime, we're gonna save right outside the volcano. In the next episode, we'll be heading into Volcano Villude in Part 19. This is RVMan985. See you guys next time, and Lavitz will not be poisoned in the next episode. Or at least I hope not, anyway. Take care, everyone, and so long.